everyone, I'm back with another unboxing of the Bargain Bead Box. And of course, because next month is the month of love, this month's theme is romance. This bead box is January, so you'll be able to make your Valentine jewelry ahead of time, or Galentine, whichever you celebrate. It does come with check beads and it comes with gemstones, and the gemstones are usually described in the first part of the letter that they add to the box. Then you'll find out what type of gemstones are in it. So this month it says that accents of purple and pink. Oh, okay, so we have genuine garnet, crackle agate, quartz, and purple aventurine. Oh, pretty. And then it says that while eco-friendly man-made and coral red shell pearls create a romantic look without damaging reefs. I like that. I like that a lot. And then they do add some sparkling crystals, and of course they come with your findings. It sounds like this month's color or metal is going to be antique copper. So without further ado, let's jump into it and see what's inside. Okay, so it comes in this, it's technically not a box, it's a bag. But it comes in the beautiful organza bag. And, as with the theme, we have a romantic red organza bag. Ooh, look at this one, you guys. So, for number one, we have a 64 by 40 millimeter chandelier focal component, which is lead-free, nickel-free, and cadmium-free. So I'm getting my creative juices flowing. This is a beautiful component. Don't forget that the second half of this video is a tutorial, so stay tuned for that. And I'm sure that it's going to include this component here. For number two, we have 1 meter of 3 millimeter steel roller jewelry chain, also lead-free, nickel-free, and cadmium-free. I love roller chain. It's so easy to work with. Then for number three, and we have 4 pieces of 22 by 19 millimeter chandelier links that are nickel-free. These are lead-free and cadmium-free. So I'm assuming they have some nickel in them. So look at how pretty these are. I love the chandelier. So it looks like we're starting with all the metal components. For number four, we have this beautiful 42 by 39 millimeter medallion pendant, which is lead-free, nickel-free, and cadmium-free. So look at this pendant. It's gorgeous too. Wow, it's beautiful. Beautiful pendant. For number five, we have 7 pieces of 13 millimeter 4 loop links that are lead-free, nickel-free, and cadmium-free. Look at that, that's pretty. These are really pretty links. Very cute. All right, so that is number 5. For 6, we have 4 sets of 18 by 13 millimeter toggle clasps, which are lead-free, nickel-free, and cadmium-free. Cadmium-free. Need to remember there's an extra M in there. So these antique copper are so pretty. Got like little swirls on there. Cool. Always can use a clasp. Extra especially. For 7, we have these 10 pieces of 10 pieces of 9 millimeter medallion drops, lead-free, nickel-free, and cadmium-free. How pretty is that? Super cute. Okay. Adorable little drops or medallions. Very, I love that antique copper. For number 8, we have 50 pieces of 4 millimeter corrugated bicone spacer beads, lead-free, nickel-free, and cadmium-free. Oh yeah, they're shaped. I thought they were circles or round, but no, they're shaped in bicone. For number 9, oh, look at these. These are pretty. This is an approximate 7-inch strand of 4mm shell pearl, man-made round beads in coral red. So it says that they're high-quality pearls, man-made by layering nacre over a center seed. Interesting. I really can't tell, but I like that they're super shiny. Look at these beautiful little guys. 10 is approximately 17-inch strand of 3x2mm crystal rondelle beads in a flirty mix. This is a beautiful mix. Might need to go to their sister site, Bead Box Bargains, and get some more of these if they have them, because these are super cute. And I don't know if it shows up in camera how sparkly they are. They're beautiful. All right, like with the corals. Then you've got some cream colors. Just so pretty. For 11, we have 40 pieces of 4mm faceted cubic cylinder crystal beads, and they are Alexandrite shimmer. Ooh, that is pretty. Let me see. Oh yeah, they're not a bicone. They're like more of a cylinder shape. Look at the sparkle in these beauties. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, they're like little cylinders. Very sparkly, beautiful. For 12, it's a 16-inch strand of 6x4mm crystal rondelle beads in scarlet. Look at that. These rondelles are really pretty. They are very sparkly but opaque. But that red is fantastic. For 13, we have 4 pieces of 16.5 by 9mm floral man-made coral barrel beads. So again, these are not hurting the ocean. Look at the carving in these. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. There we go. Look at these beauties. They're gorgeous. They're little roses, and then they got more designs on the edges. These are gorgeous. We have 20 pieces of 8mm 4-petal bead caps, and they are lead-free, nickel-free, and cadmium-free. Yep. So they always like to include these flower bead caps. I have them in different colors now. They're really pretty. They really enhance your beads. For 15, we have 20 pieces of 8x4mm crystal faceted rectangle beads in vintage rose AB. I like the AB finish on them. It really shows depending on where the light hits it. 16 is a 25x15 faceted quartz teardrop pendant. It's dyed and raspberry. Oh, so this is dyed quartz. Yeah, you can tell it's a natural stone because you can see underneath. It's got some texture. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but the stone has some texture to it. Let me put it on my hand like that. And I like the way it's cut. It's got these beautiful facets all around. Not just on the edge, but all around the center. For 17, we have 7-inch strand, 8mm crackle agate. These are dyed and heated round beads in cherry red. How pretty are these? Look at that. They crack these, like you can see the crackle there. Oh, there's the crackle right there. Look at that. I love the way they vary from the white, milky, just great variants. Sorry, my dog's snoring in the background. Well, I think in most of my videos he's snoring. He's a sleeper. Look at these gorgeous guys. 18 is 10 pieces, approximately 10mm enamel coated glass beads in pink and cream. I thought they were roses, but no, the way they are crackled, the way they colored them, make them look like little flowers, like those porcelain flowers that we get sometimes. How pretty is that? Beautiful. It's amazing how they can make so many different beads. Beautiful beads. Each one has their own style and personality. I love it. 19 is a 7-inch strand of 3x2 garnet finely faceted rondelle gemstone beads. Beautiful. The stone of the month, my birthday month. Look at this beauty right here. This is a 26 by 30 carved rose man-made coral pendant. Wow. Look at the detail in these. The top is drilled, so it can be more like a pendant. Is it a pendant? Yeah. Oh, look at that. Whoa. The craftsmanship. Just gorgeous. Alright, so that was 20. Last but not least, there we have a 7-inch strand of 8mm purple aventurine round beads. Purple aventurine, huh? That they look more, I don't see the purple. Do you guys? I guess more like a brown purple, because grays, I see browns. Somehow, I mean, I know each natural gemstone changes depending on the stone, but these do not look purple. So this is the Bargain Bead Box for the month of January. According to the sheet that they send, the approximate total retail value for this shipment is $73. And I'll put all the details if you want to subscribe to this box. I'll put all the details in the description box below, and with the link to where you can subscribe. You can also visit their sister site, which has a ton of these type of beads and a super discount, and that is Bead Box Bargains. Yeah, because this is Bargain Bead Box, and that one is Bead Box Bargains. I get confused all the time. So anyway, if you sign up for their subscription, the monthly subscription, then you get a coupon code every month till you can save 30% off the order of the sister site. So I've gone crazy. They're very affordable beads on their site. Plus, you get the 30%. It is, especially if you're a jewelry maker that likes to sell, it is great to take advantage of that. All right, well, without further ado, I'm going to grab my tools and we'll be back and see what we can create. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and here's what I've done so far. Usually I start beading with a certain vision in mind, and then I build off of that as I go along. Then it's just all, at least in my brain, it starts to make sense. So this is what I started off with, and then here is the chain that I made for it. I wanted to have a little variety, as you know, in this type of jewelry that has these like filigree and stuff. There's always a lot of color, or there's a lot of dangles and stuff. So this is going to be part of the necklace, and then I'm going to put one of the little flower connectors. I put it up here, and then I made 3 types of chain. This one will hang lower. Oops, the red one right here, this red one will hang lower, the beaded chain, than these two. And this one I did a little bit of herringbone, and then this one is just some regular beading wire with a crimp. So yeah, that's how I started it, and I've done already most of the beaded chain. There's 20, I used 20 here and 20 here. So what I wanted to do, otherwise we'd be here forever, is kind of I left pieces, just 1 or 2 pieces left to do, and then just to show you guys what I did. and then I'll just add the Rolo chain at the end. So for this one, so what you're going to need, I should start off with that. I used 22 gauge of antique copper wire, and then I used, oops, this one's kind of unraveling on me, 26 gauge of the gold wire. I wanted to add a little more color. I was trying to do copper here, thinner copper wire, but it really wasn't showing up. So I decided to go with the gold, and I think it fits. And then I'm using 20 gauge wire, which is where I started making, that's the base or the spine of this herringbone, so to speak. And that is for the wires. So then it's just your basic simple loops to make, for example, this chain part, to make the chain here with the red rondelles, to make it with the stones, and these are the little garnets that are in here that are, you can see them sparkle all along here. For here I used I think it's, what's it called? Let me just show you the number. I use these little red ones, which are number 6. And then I use the little purple ones. Where are they? I had them all put together, but of course they got mixed up. Here we go. I used the little purple ones, which are number 11. So I really like the way the bluish purple color mixes with this red. So all you do, I'm just gonna make, like I said, they're all pretty much done, just to show you guys. Oh, and it ended up with the little coins. So I made some of the purple ones already. There we go, this one. So it takes 2 of the little purple sparkly beads here. So there's 2. So that one's already made. So then all you do is all I'm missing is one of the red, which I will show you how I make it. I mean, if you're familiar with beading, you'll already know this step, but I want to do it for those that are new or learning, beginners. So I'm going to take my wire, my 22 gauge wire. What I like to do is work off the roll so I don't have to waste a lot. Para wire is a really nice wire, so you definitely don't want to be wasting it. And I just add it to I add it first to the wire without cutting it. And then it's just going to be about 1 centimeter, it's approximately 1 centimeter, that I will bend the wire. Alright, so now that we bend the wire like that, then we're just going to take our round nose pliers and make a simple loop by just grabbing it and rolling it all the way around. And there we go, we have a simple loop right there. Oops, this doesn't want to. And then you can also straighten it out, of course. So there's the simple loop, and then I just bring it to that end, and as well, and then bend the wire on this side. Get my big hands out of there and bend the wire like that. See, and cut. Then you're gonna cut about, like I said, about 1 centimeter. And that's at least how much I calculate. And now that it's bent, now you're going to take the tip between your round nose pliers and just roll it. Roll it till you close that loop. There's the little bead ready to go. So now all you do is kind of like a head pin, or a jump ring. You just open that, add one on this side, one of those little purple sparkly stones, then open the other side and Put that there. Close it. And then we're going to take this side here. Let's see, and open our little loop here and hook it on to our, now you're probably wondering, why didn't she put the little coin on already? Well, first I want to close it and see how it lays, so I'm not putting the coin on backwards. All right, what did it didn't close? There we go. There. So now I lay it down first. When it lays flat, the coin lays properly. So now I'll take one of my little coins, coin drops, or whatever these things are called, which is a number 7. I have one left. I don't know what I'm going to use that for. So I'm just going to open this. Apparently it's supposed to go this way. So open it, make sure I'm putting it on facing the front, and then close it. That's doing a very good job of closing my loops properly. All right, let's make sure. Yes, there we go. So all the little coins will fall, once you put the necklace on, they'll fall like they're supposed to, facing the front. So now that that's done, so now we have all the little dangles ready, which they look so pretty. And then here I'm missing one of the red ones. Of course, this is what I was going to do to show you guys. And so again, do the same process. Put it on here on the wire without cutting, and again about, I want to say about a centimeter. At a centimeter you're going to bend, and then make your loop with your round nose pliers. And that way also, if you didn't cut enough, you can also make sure that you got enough wire, which is nice. Because then you're not like, oh my gosh, I cut it too short, now I need to cut more wire. So just kind of little tips if they help you. So now the loop, there's the loop done. Come on, let me close that guy. It's looking a little open. There. Now we're going to bring our little rondelle down. And again, we will bend the wire. You can either use your pliers like that or do like me. And then again, cut the about a centimeter or so. And then take and you roll your loop. And then there it is. So now you've got this one, and we're going to open this side, add it here, then we will take this side and put on our other little flowers. Flower charm or connector, I guess. And I'm going to open this one. Put it on here. And close. So this one is the outside chain. So I did a herringbone wire wrapping on these little itty bitty stones, the garnets. So I'm just going to show you what I did. It is here to where the loop is. The connecting loop is 7 inches. 7 inches is how long this is. So think this is the last little stone that we need. So what you're going to do is make sure your wire is nice and straight. You can either use your nylon gel pliers or you can use your fingers once the wire is nice and warmed up. And then you're going to take it on the side of the little stone and you're going to go over the top, around, and then flip it over. And then we're going to take it all the way up, and again on the top. You're always going to wrap over the top of the base wire and hold the wire again so it doesn't close up on you, and go around. Then we're going to go back around. Now this next wrap is going to go underneath the first one, which can be a little challenging sometimes, but you can hold it with your nail, your finger, and then wrap over the top, around. See, now it's behind, so now I'm going to go around again. I'm going to squeeze that up. I'm going to bring it underneath this one as well. It's going to be underneath the first wrap, over the top and around like so, and then just make sure you're pushing it up like that so it's nice and uniform. So go over the bottom again and again over the top, and since this is the last time we're going to do the wrap, then now you can go 1, 2 like so. So now let me see if this is, I thought it just needed one more, but I could be wrong. So let me just make sure. Ooh, we're close. We need probably one more stone because the bend, we have to go all the way up to here. So let me add one more little of those little stones. They're number 19. So we're just gonna grab another little stone, put that one here, and I put them all on, so I used a beading stopper, a bead stopper, sorry. Let's see. So again, just going to speed through this. And yep, we've got our 7 inches. And now here we're just going to do a wrap loop. So as always, we bend. Only I did use the largest side part of the, so I want my loop to be nice and long and large. So I'm just going to use the largest part of my round nose pliers. So there we go. Let's grab it like that. Don't squeeze too hard so you don't mar your wire. It's just to hold it. And 1, 2, and do 3 wraps. And 3. Just like that. And now we can cut. I'm going to bring it to the back though, so they can't see, like that. Cut it right there. And tuck the end in. So now this one goes on the jump ring that I put here. I made some large jump rings. I think these are 8mm, if I remember correctly. So I'm going to open my jump ring. This one is going to be the center. And then we still have to do then I'm going to close it. You can use your pliers if you want to. Now here, is where you're going to shape it. Just make sure that you make a nice curve, which is going to go around the neck. So I'm kind of a little bit more in a C shape. This wire is nice and pliable. So see, now you got it. Oops, you got to cut this side off. There we go. And close that. And now with here. Okay, so tip for you guys, because when you close, if you're going to do the same design and you close the loop, do it backwards. Because you've already made the loop on one side, that is the one that goes into this jump ring. And then you do the wrap loop on here, because I didn't want to add an extra jump ring on this side because it would end up being longer. So make sure you do your wrap loop holding this, sliding this one in. I'm sorry, I had to open up this wrap loop here, and oh my gosh, it was such, so I had to do that off camera and cut off a piece because that one got, the little tip got ruined. And so don't do as I did, please. All we're missing is the center strand, and for that we need some soft flex. So it's going to be 17 of these plus the light brown ones. Where are those? Well, they're supposed to be purple, but I don't see that. So I'm, oh, and number 8, which is these little coppers, antique copper spacers. All right, so let's take this out. So I'm going to start with, just as I did here on the right side of the necklace. I'm going to start with the red, oh, and then bring out some of these. All right, so now we need a brown and a spacer, and that's how it's going to go till we make 17, until we have 17 of the round stones. Okay, so I added 17 of these little round stones. Now we're going to go ahead and crimp. So I have a copper tone crimps. So we're going to put it through there. Now don't do, well, I guess I can put this side on there. So I'm going to put it back through here. Bring it back through the same loop. Make sure that your cables are not crossing, as always, because then you will weaken your beading cable. At the moment you close the crimp, then you'll pinch the cable, and that is not good. So make sure your cables always are spread. You can even sometimes look down the little crimp and see that they're side by side. So now what we're going to do is, well, let me pull this up a little bit more. All right, so we're going to put it right through here. So we're going to put it through that divot and squeeze. So each cord should be on each side, or each wire, and then put it in the first two. You can do the first one or the second one, either. And now that you put it sideways, like a little taco, and then you squeeze. And now you don't ever tighten with the tips, because again you will weaken this wire because it's several wires wound into one. So now, instead of, just for insurance, instead of cutting it too close, I think it'll fit through these stones twice. We'll be able to fit it up here. I like to be able to leave a piece that I could thread through the other beads in case I ever need to restring. or take it apart. You never know. Just insurance. That's what I call it. So now, and we're done with that side. We can go ahead and cut now that we know exactly how much wire. Still gonna leave a little bit longer of a tail because I don't want to give myself almost no space to work with. Now on here, we're not gonna make the same mistake as I did before. First, we need our crimp. Like that. And then we can thread it through this, the middle part of this connector, and then thread it back down through the crimp. As always, you leave enough room for this to be loose, and it's through the, I'm putting it through the other connector. I went out of frame for a minute, so I'm just gonna re-explain what I was doing. There we go. And now we're going to make sure that it lays the way it's supposed to. Okay, so now we have both sides done. And you'll see it at the end. As always, I will put it on the bust. So once we're done here with the tutorial, I will put a picture of it on the bust at the end of the video. Okay, so I grabbed some, I don't have any of the antique copper, I don't have any antique copper, oh wait. I don't have any antique copper jump rings, so basically I'm just gonna make my own. I'm gonna use, for, just so it fits over the links, I'm gonna use this, no, I'm gonna use this one, no, this one. Try to figure out which one fits. I'm gonna use this one right here on my 6-step looper, and just grab it, make sure that you don't feel it on this side, and just make several, 2-3 loops, just like that. That should be good, and I'll have some left over. So now I'm just going to cut right there, like that. And make sure that you're cutting with the flat side, and then you flip over your, and we need to flip over your side cutters. And make sure you make this side even. And then on this side as well. Now we got 2. See how easy it is? When you don't have them, you just make them. Usually I make them from 20 gauge. If you want, you can do 18 gauge, but I like the 20 gauge ones better. All right, so now we're gonna put on our roller chain. Close here. So as I mentioned, we don't need a lot of chain, so we're going to need 2 smaller pieces about this length, which is, we're going to do 4-inch pieces. So this is the finished necklace for the Bargain Bead Box for this month. And I added a toggle clasp, and then I had to make jump rings for this one too. And I will put it on the bust, so hopefully you guys like it. It'll be at the end of this video. If you want to make a matching pair of earrings, there's plenty of beads left, and you can use these little filigree findings that are in bag number 3. So if you like this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. I truly appreciate it. And if you're new here on my channel, welcome. My name is Maria Luisa, and you can expect more content like this here on my channel. I do a ton of subscription box unboxings, and we find a ton of new beads, which is to me, so much fun. And if you want to see more content like that, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, click on that bell that's right next to it so you get notified every time I upload a new video. And my next unboxing is coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, take care of yourself, stay healthy, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.